afternoon. I'm Dr. Jane Mountrose. I'm here with the Circle of Love and Light. And this week, I'm so happy to have my co-host, Gretchen Comer, with me, and our special friend and guest, Sunny Underwood. Sanaz is Sunny's given name, I guess, and Sunny is her name we call her. Anyhow, we're all healers and whatever we do healing work, and our topic today is the many blessings of Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is just a magnificent being of light, and I feel like this is going to be, you could say, a celebration of all the blessings here he's here to provide to humanity, which are many. He actually is a very versatile angel in a lot of ways. So we'll be talking about all the things that he can offer to us, both personally and collectively in this time of the Great Awakening, because I think he is more present than ever now because of the time that we're in. So we'll also be doing a special meditation with Archangel Michael for healing and opening more fully to our spiritual gifts. And before we begin, I want first to thank everyone who's here for joining us. I lost my comment thing here. Okay, so I can see if anyone says hi. And if you are here, please feel free to say hi, tell us where you're from, and also just comment anytime, ask questions, share your insights. We love to hear from you. And it is really the blessing that we all bring together collectively to the world that we're here to share. So welcome. Oh, and I see, Lula's here. Lula Mora. Hi, Lula. She's our other co-host who's not with us here, but she is here. So that's great. Before we start, I just want to do one more quick thing, which I do every week, and that is to take a moment, if you have the opportunity, to close your eyes. And what we want to do is just bring our energy together a little bit, breathing in all the love and light that's coming to us from the beings of light who are surrounding us. There are many, many angels and guides with us right now in this moment. Just breathing in that love and light and allowing yourself to relax a little bit into the moment so we can just be here together. We come sometimes from other places where we're busy and we want to just slow down any of those momentums so that we can be present with each other. So that's beautiful. Oh, and I see Barbara Clark is here. Welcome, Barbara, and Sharon Williamson. Good morning. Good day to all. And so back to our topic, I want to turn to you, Sunny, and ask you to share a bit about yourself and why Archangel Michael is so important to you.
Yes, good now, everybody.
Good now, yeah, that's great.
You're all doing wonderful. And so I'm Persian. My birth name is Sanaz. It means grace. Grace is love in action, and I try to live by that. So I'm all about love. I go by Sunny, Sunny, and that is good because especially the work I've been doing over a decade, 16 years, is end of life care, palliative care, and grief support. So when I go in the room and tell them my name, that brings a little sunshine, I hope, to the situation. So I'm a health psychologist. I have my PhD in health psychology. I'm a holistic life coach, grief recovery specialist, yoga and meditation instructor, and a minister. And Jane and Philip Mountrose have been my teachers, my guides. And so I did the ministry and the life coach through them. I'm honored to be here.
Thank you.
And Gretchen, she's amazing. We've shared classes together, shared space together. So, and welcome everybody who is out there. Thank you for watching it now. It could be this moment or whenever now that would be. So on the topic of angels, I work very closely with angels, especially with my job as people transition. let go of this earthly body and transition into love and light. There's always angels there. And one of the angels I work really closely with is Archangel Michael. And the color that I'm wearing today is the color of Archangel Michael. So the way I connect to Michael is it is a he, because angels can have, feminine or masculine energy. For me, he always presents as masculine, and the same color that I'm wearing, navy blue. And a lot of times in my dreams, he would come at somebody. I either know the energy or at somebody whose name is Michael that I know. So I wake up, for example, there's an amazing guy who has a amazing restaurant in our community. His name is Michael. And I've been like, he has come to me in that form. And in the morning, a lot of times at the time that we're dreaming, we don't know that's it. We wake up, we visit our dreams, and I realize, wow. So it's a color, it's a name, it's a message that it was the angel that was connecting with you. So that is how Archangel Michael connects with me. And especially before I go in the space of somebody who's transitioning, because there's really openness. There's a lot of spiritual openness going on there. The gates of heaven are opening, and it's very important to shield oneself. So I always put a shield around myself and ask Archangel Michael, who is in charge of Angel Army, to walk in with me, because I don't want any negative energy to be in my field. And also, especially when people are transitioning, sometimes they're afraid, even if they have faith, whatever faith they have, but we all are spirits, souls in this body. So we're all spiritual beings. But some people may not be aware, and they may get lost. So, and they want to cling on to whatever it's here. It could be a person, it could be object. And so I ask Archangel Michael and the team of angels to go in to guide them to the light. And I literally tell them, go to the light. So one of the things I love saying, we had amazing volunteer who is in spirit now, a young man, he did, talking about human beings rather than human doings. We do a lot. And this man, he had a stroke because he was doing all the time. And he said that is the time, almost like Ram Dass, that he transitioned even more deeply into being and connecting, going to another level. So his name is Michael, and he's an angel now. But that's the prayer I would always say whenever I see him, and that is a prayer to Archangel Michael. Michael, Michael of the morning, fresh cord of heaven adorning, keep us safe today. And in time of temptation, drive the devil away. Yeah, so that is how I connect to Archangel Michael. And also for protection, whenever Jane and Gretchen will go into more of the gifts of Archangel Michael, of course. But if I feel not safe or something's happening that like I feel scared, I always connect to Archangel Michael. And I ask for help. And there's a lot of things that I've seen and miracles I've seen in my life, small and big. And also my car, I have a Toyota RAV4 that is modded. Yes, and hybrid. So I did the right thing getting hybrid. I named it actually Michael. And I have Archangel Michael medals that I have on my visors. And so I always protect it, just like, and there have been times that I have got an accident. Somebody hit us from behind. Their car was totaled, and I was taking my mom and dad to Monterey, and they're both elderly and disabled. And it was a miracle. My car, I mean, yes, I had to go through stuff, but nobody was injured. And even there were people looking like, what happened? How come? So Archangel Michael, it's amazing for protection. So that's what I wanted to share at this time. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sunny.
Thank you.
Gretchen, would you like to add anything to that?
Sure. I'm actually just kind of learning and exploring the realm of angels now. And the little bit that I know about Archangel Michael and connecting with him is that he has an amazing amount of love and really can help us a lot with our own courage. And as well as protection, like Sunny was saying. And so for me, it's one of those qualities that is so common for humans to falter at times, to not have the courage. And so I've found that in those times, in getting to know him, that was one of the strongest things that has been coming through, is to believe in yourself, to really have the courage and confidence to take control of your own healing, to put yourself in good situations, and also he's very helpful to dispel negativity and things that are negative in our life, or the things that we might attract that are negative as well. And so I find that that's very helpful, and I've been getting to know him a little bit more, and I really assimilate with the color, especially the color that Sunny is wearing, that really beautiful bright blue color. Blue to me is also associated with healing, and that's often used as a healing color. And so I find that it's very interesting, the more that I learn about him and other archangels, just how much they come through to me as a healing color. And so I find that's really that's a really unique thing for me, and it's a very different energy in working with angels that I've been really enjoying. But I'm still very new at understanding all of their traits and backgrounds and the stories about the archangels. But Michael in particular, it means has an importance to me. I lost my brother in 2016, and his name was Michael. And as I've learned more and more about Archangel Michael, I find that my brother actually emulated a lot of those qualities. He was very protective, he was very loving. And he went through a very deep and intense healing process with brain cancer for about 5 years. And so to me, it's almost like a guardian, like my brother on some level has become like one of the guardians on the other side. And so Michael itself, I know that the name means of God, or being of God. And to me, that's just an interesting kind of correlation for me, because it's very deeply personal. But the energy of Archangel Michael that I have sensed so far, though, is really for me coming through with the traits of courage and protection and love.
Yeah, thank you. And Lula said, beautiful story, Gretchen. Thank you for sharing. Sure. It is beautiful. And it's interesting with the angels. It's only been more recently for me that I have connected with them in a very personal way, with different archangels very personally. And it has been, I think, one of the more life-changing things that I've experienced. All of the archangels, all of the angels are beings of love and light. And the archangels are all balanced masculine and feminine energies too. Michael has obviously a very masculine portrayal, but he is still in a place of balance with it. And I think that's good to know. I also wanted to mention something. I think I mentioned this in the circle last week too, but I find it fascinating in understanding the different archangels that each of them has, you could say, roles at 3 different levels. So there is the spiritual support that we can receive, and from Michael, it's a lot of things: power, protection, strength, courage, decisiveness, all of those really strong 3rd chakra and 5th chakra. He's kind of 3rd chakra, 5th chakra. Overcoming fears and negativity, enthusiasm, motivation, having that ability to speak your truth. That's your throat. But he says, yes, that's right, Mom. He's a good boy. And just really accessible. I think of all the angels, from my experience, when I asked to connect with him, you really feel it. You can feel that power and that protection. We could do it right now. We're going to do a meditation, but we can start with a little bit of that. So if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, just close your eyes and understand that the archangels, they're here for us, and they acknowledge our free will, so they won't interfere, but they're here and want to support us when we ask. So if you want to ask, as I am in this moment, for Archangel Michael to make his presence known to us, to join us, to bless us with his beautiful spiritual light, which is often described as an electric blue. And I like that because I like, if you, anything that has extra light or sparkles in it, to me, it's like it's more, it just is more noticeable, and it feels like it's more powerful when you invite it into your body to clear anything that you don't need now. And as you invite Michael in, you may see an image of him as an angel. You may see him hug you or hold your hand or just be present to you or welcome you, to greet you. He may have a gift for you. I see, for some reason, I see a gift. Maybe it's for all of us, I'll say this, it's like a little sphere of a light, and he's holding it out to his hand, and it feels like it's to invite us to embrace the light that we are. That's what I feel, that he's here today to help us, above all, to embrace the light that we are. And you can feel that beautiful electric blue energy all around you. And again, if you want to invite it into your body, I find it powerful just to invite it into all of the cells of my body. And I really feel it more than, because the cells love too. The essence in us is love. The life in us, the life force, is love. And they're very appreciative, as are all the parts of our body. And you can open your eyes and just continue. We'll continue to talk, and you can just do that with the understanding that Michael is with us right now. And as I'm talking, or we're talking, he may have a message for you at any time. He may be talking to you. There was one more other thing I wanted to mention about the archangels, that they support us. There's the spiritual support, and then there's this kind of 3D, I call it 3D or personal support. One of the things that Michael is very gifted at is fixing things, especially mechanical and electronic devices. So if you're having car problems, or I know one person told me that they had some kind of a car problem. And this was a woman who lives out kind of in the country. She had to get home, so she asked Michael to help her, and her car ran, and she got all the way home. She went to the car dealer with it, and they said, well, you shouldn't have been able to drive this car. So how did that happen? How was she able to drive the car? Just something to ask yourself. I find it so fascinating. I've had times when I've invited Archangel Michael to support me with electronic devices and had wonderful experiences too. So it's not just like kind of these big things like power and protection and strength. It's also small things sometimes. And I think with the angels, there's nothing too big or too small to request. And there is no reason to feel in any way inadequate in making those requests to them. I do feel, personally, I feel that if they are providing support, if they're making suggestions to us and we don't follow through at all, we may not get anything new because we haven't absorbed what they've already given us. So I do think also it is important to follow up on the guidance that we receive. The other role, the third role, is their role in supporting humanity. And I think many of us are sensing Archangel Michael around us because he is one of the archangels who is helping us to herald in the new age. And so he is actually actively showing his presence to people. I think especially light workers and spiritual healers and way showers, people like us who want to play a role. He's making his presence known because he wants you to know that he's here for you, to support you in this, and also the protector of humanity. So Michael is just an incredible, incredible spiritual being. And I feel so blessed by him and all of the archangels, really. It's just, to me, amazing. Let's see, Lula said Archangel Michael showed up in a very artistic way for me today. I think she's English is not her first language. She said he doped me on a blue pint bucket, and I can't see the rest of the message because it only showed 2 lines. But he let me know it's a good moment to paint again. And those are the kind of insights, like he gave her that insight. And if she doesn't pay any attention to it, and then just goes on and asks, what's my next step on my spiritual journey? He may not suggest anything new because she hasn't accepted the gift that he's given her. But I don't think that's going to happen with Lula. And I just think they are such an incredible blessing.
Yes. I also wanted to add that angels are there for everybody.
Right.
It doesn't matter what religion you have or don't have. And so it's not, I love all the paintings of Archangel Michael in Catholic Church, and, the statues, but it's not just for Catholics. It's any faith or no faith based, and still the angels are there. And as Jane and Gretchen mentioned, and angels are beings of love and light. And some people can see them actually, not only in the dream and physical form too, which I have, and or you can just sense their being. And I've had patients who were getting close to the end of this journey here. One example was a lady, she was 95 and she almost was gone. And we took her to the special room by herself, and she didn't. She went like knocking at the doors of heaven and back. And then she was able to talk to me. I said, so what did you see? Did you see any angels? And she said, yes, I saw 5. And I said, what were the colors? So, and it's different. Like the colors of the wings of these angels were pinkish red, and was filled with love. Red is associated, pink and red are colors of love, and especially pink. And she said, that's all I felt. And after that, she had no fear of dying. She was ready. And her whole attitude and being changed. Before, when she was going in that process, I'm also an angelic Reiki practitioner, and I don't go at the hospital, nursing home, and officially say that's what I'm doing. But when I go at the bedside of the patients, I invite the angelic realm to come bring healing. And main healing is healing of the soul, being a health psychologist, body, mind, spirit. And really, they should say spirit, mind, body, because everything comes from, spirit. So it's amazing. Also, Archangel Michael has a temple that if you like to, you can, before you go to sleep, after a meditation, Jane does amazing meditation. So you can listen to the meditation afterwards. Even the short one that we did, Jane, it was so powerful. I really felt and saw Archangel Michael present with us. And so doing a little meditation and asking Archangel Michael to visit you or take you to the temple at night. And do it, if not the first night, do it the intention for 7 nights. And even if you wake up, don't remember, see how you feel, and don't get up right away. If you can, when you wake up, stay in the bed roll to your right, roll to the left, and see what memories come up, because we have memories in our tissues. And dreams are very powerful. Also, another thing is, I wanted to mention that Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael work very closely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I've been to the temple that they were both, they actually have a temple together. They have separate, but there's a healing temple, because it's Archangel Michael cuts away what needs to be gone, whatever. And if you have dysfunctional relationship with anybody, it could be a family member, it could be a significant other, a child, but this is going on lifetime after lifetimes. You can ask Archangel Michael to cut that cord, that dysfunctional cord, with his sword of light. And then after that, Archangel Raphael, who's Archangel of healing, and the color is emerald green, can come and heal that. Because whenever something's kind of like, imagine it's pulled, there's a hole. So how do we fill that hole? With that beautiful light of healing. So they work really closely with each other. And faith, believing that we can change, we can heal, we are protected, we have friends in high places. That is really, really the essence of the miracles, is we believe, and more and more is given to us then.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, I think it is such an important point, that more and more is given if we respond to what we receive. If we're paying attention, like Sunny is saying, well, pay attention to what they're providing. Don't just say, well, please help me in my sleep, and then just never think about it again. Notice what there is to notice. I often connect with angels in the morning, or do meditation sometimes before I even get out of bed. And I did a meditation this morning, and I was focusing on Archangel Michael with the class today, or the circle today. And then when I woke up, it was 11 minutes after the hour. And the number 11 is also associated with Archangel Michael. And I thought, how interesting. You know, he really is. He wants me to know he really is there. And I do know. I think it, if you ask him for protection, we can just ask for strength and protection right now. He's with us. I can feel it. So if you ever feel like you're alone, like you're not up to a situation, like I just don't have the strength or the power for it, just invite Archangel Michael and sense whatever you sense in any of your senses. You might feel it, you might see the color, you might receive messages. Just open to Michael to make his presence known to you. And sometimes the angels will surround us, hug us with their wings. You know, there are so many things that can happen. Well, like what happened this morning with him handing us a light to make us understand, to open to the light who we are. That I didn't plan that. That's just what happened. He's talking to us. He's communicating with us as we're communicating with him and with each other. And it is real. I think something that has been just really almost incredible. I can't say it's incredible because I've experienced it, is the depth of the love that the archangels have. And if we can really open to it, it's love beyond anything I've ever experienced before.
Yes.
You know, we think we know what love is, and then we open to beings who are divine love and realize, wow. And I think Sunny was suggesting that too in her work. And that's there for us all the time too. Yes. Just asking for love. Yes. And if you don't know which angel to ask, you can say, I'd like the angels of love to bless me now with some beautiful, beautiful pink loving energy. I need that now.
Yes.
And they will.
Yeah. Yes. And love is the healing source of the universe. So one of the things I do with my patients, there are people who don't feel loved. They have insecurity
Right.
through their childhood, through their past lives, and just looking at them and pouring love onto them. And I tell them, I love you. People are afraid to say the word love, God, and death. Those are three taboo words. And if we get comfortable with saying those words, death is death of our body. We don't die. And love is our source, our essence. And God is love. So if we get comfortable with those three words, a lot of healing comes. And what I do, I pour love into them. And we can be the angel for one another. So
Right.
sometimes my patients see me as the angel. They call me as the angel. This lady,
Of course, you are very much an angel. Also.
Yes, the lady who said she saw 5 angels. And I don't share this with everybody, but I said, wow, how did they look like? And she pointed at me, telling me I was one of them. And I said, what color were the wings? How were they? And she described, she said they were pink. I said, were they feather or fairy? She said, fairy. So we can be, because we're energetic beings, we have a soul, and we can be the angel for one another. And that's how we bring peace on earth. And when I sit at the bedside of somebody who's transitioning and I close my eyes, there are angels there. And it's such a bliss that I get high. It's a natural high. So not taking anything, just sitting at the presence of pure love. It's like sitting at the ocean with your beloved, and 10 times, 100 times more than that. That's what angels are. So including Archangel Michael, above all, their energy is from our source, which is God, however you want to say it, God, universe, it's love. And that's their essence. And then they come with different attributes of, like, for example, humans, somebody is a psychologist, somebody's an engineer, but we're all human in essence. So angels, they're being of love and light, and then they have more specialty, I guess. You can say, to help in different ways.
Yeah. I think Archangel Michael, he really stands out as an angel who you can invite for many things. He has such a wide range. And as I mentioned, you can also say Archangel Michael and or whatever angels can support me in this way, whatever it is that you're seeking, because they are there. So we're getting some wonderful messages, still inspiring, beautiful. And it is angelic energy is that. And it is that strength. I think I always invite in Archangel Michael for driving, like Sunny mentioned, and just the angels. I always just ask my car to be surrounded by angels. And I figure they're there holding back anything that might collide and at any angle, and just realizing that we are in the hands of the divine.
Yes, for sure. Also encountering angels. Sometimes people ask, how do we connect? How do we know we're around angels? One is in our dream state when we're sleeping. Another time is when we're meditating. We're in that state of openness and not questioning, like when we're going to do the meditation. Jane guides the amazing meditations, angelic meditations and beyond. So you're going to experience that very shortly, but you are going to, if you're open to it, you will meet Archangel Michael. So just see what it comes to you. It could be just light. It could be, you may see his eyes, you may see his sword, you may have a feeling. So, and another way that angels appear could be just, you're walking. I've had encounters of like a ball of light coming, or like a bird, form of light. When I was young, when Ryan was younger, my son, we were walking down in Monterey Street, and we were in a very high state of being. And this, I thought it was a dove, a white dove, but it was a ball of light, flew right in front of us. And then went away. And my son, kids can see angels better because they're still fresh from heaven. They don't have fear and judgment embedded in them. And I looked at Ryan and I said, what was that? He said, Mommy, you didn't see it? It was an angel. And I said, seriously? He said, yes, it was a man with a beard, and two wings. So it can appear like that. Or I've had many of my patients' family or my patients themselves, a visitor that comes and gives them a message and they turn around and the person's gone. I've had encounter like that too.
Yeah.
So those are the different forms that our angels can visit us, some of them.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you.
And it is time for the meditation. So we're just going to move right into that. I'm going to get myself straightened out. I think that when you're working with energy, it's best if your spine is straight. So if you're sitting, it's better not to slouch. I think it's just better to be aware of your spine. And you may sense that too. Like if I've noticed sometimes I'll be sitting back and I'll start meditating and I'll realize I want to sit up straight. So we can just sit up straight. And if you're in a place where you can close your eyes and feel safe to do so, this is time. Again, breathing in and being aware that even Archangel Michael comes with legions of angels. There are so many angels around us, angels and guides and ascended masters who are here to support us energetically. And just breathing in that love and light, and again, inviting Michael to be with us with great gratitude. I also feel it's so important to express our gratitude. And feeling that electric blue energy all around. I like energy that sparkles. I kind of imagine sparkles because I think the sparkles actually, they do trigger, they sparkle little sparks of light into the cells of your body. We can invite them into the cells of the body. And Archangel Michael is valuable for asking to clear your mind. So we can do that right now. Asking Michael to support us in clearing our mind, and we can be sending, even just send that electric blue energy into your brain. And again, all around you, filling that whole space with it. And you may again notice an image of Michael. He may talk to you in any time. He's holding up that that little light, that bright light, for us to open to the light within ourselves. We are also sources of light. And as I think you mentioned before earlier, Michael is also good for clearing out other people's energy. So we can, this is something we generally do in our meditations anyhow, just ask with Michael's support to send any energy that is not your own back to where it came from. So you can have a space that is just your energy. You may notice that it's easier to be present in the moment when you do this. Because we pick up so much and we don't even know it's not ours. We're carrying around other people's burdens. And then we can also ask for any energy of our own that we've left in other places, to ask Michael to support us in bringing it back to us now. And feel that beautiful presence. He says the beautiful presence of who you are. Something that also impresses me with all of the angels, all of the beings of light, the masters, is that they recognize us as masters too. So Michael looks at us, he looks at you in the fullness of your magnificence. That's the soul he sees. So what I'd like to do now actually is, in just with our intention, imagine rising up in more into the spiritual realms, onto your spiritual path with Michael by your side. You may sense him holding your hand or just being there quietly beside you. And you're on a path where the past is behind you and the present is where you are now, and then the future is laid out before you all the way to the horizon. And sometimes when we look forward into the future, we see rocky roads or we see barriers that we can't overcome. And this is the kind of thing you can call on Michael to help you to break through those barriers, to bring whatever awareness you need to connect more with that divinity within you. Because we are all one with God. We're all, just as Michael is, we're all aspects of God. So we can just open to our presence in that way and feel the strength of who you really are in your body. Feel the love that you are in your heart. And note anything about your mission. Maybe if you want to be more clear on your spiritual mission, or you want to believe more in your spiritual mission, just ask Archangel Michael to support you in that. Because as I mentioned, he is here to help us to herald in the new age. We are the beings through him and through ourselves and our own greatness and higher selves. We're all here together for this, and other angels too, obviously, many, many. That's why I say I don't know how many angels there are around us. I know that there are many. And I just feel so blessed by it. If we can feel blessed by it and understand ourselves as blessings too, then we can easily radiate light out to the world. It's natural. And the more we connect with the truth of who we are and with our mission, whatever it is, whatever is in that future that's before you now, the more we can connect and be at one with that, feeling your feet on the path. The more we do that, the greater blessings we are to the world and to ourselves, and the happier we are. The more alive we feel, the more excited we feel about moving forward and sharing that light with the world. And that brings us back to the light that was there originally with Michael. He said, yes, it's all about the light, being that light. And sometimes we think that it's complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. He may help you to simplify it, to make it a smooth, beautiful path, golden, like yellow brick road or whatever color that is, just a beautiful, beautiful path to a magnificent future for yourself and for all of humanity. And just breathing in appreciation for the love that you are. And then sending that light of who you are out, filling your whole future with that light. And the past too. Clearing out any remnants of anything in the past. And see yourself standing tall on that path and feeling wonderful about being you. Understanding that you are blessed and that everything that is occurring in your life is happening for you and for the best for you. And that Michael and many other angels are with you on this journey. Every step of the way, every moment of every day. I'm just taking a moment to take it all in. Now I'm hearing choirs of angels singing to us. So beautiful. And of course, in moments like this, I think, well, I don't want to ever leave this. And the point really is technically, we haven't gone anywhere. The shift that we made is it's a shift in our awareness. So we can return back with all of this and just ask Michael if there is a final message for you, maybe a gift. Sometimes they have gifts for us. We already received that beautiful gift of light. And he says, just keep that image of yourself as light with you. He says you can hold it in your heart. And as I mentioned, we can now return to our normal waking states and still bring all of these angels and beings with us. They're always with us. We bring the awareness of them with us. And also grounding ourselves, feeling your feet firmly placed, whether it's directly on the earth, just know you have that connection to the earth, which is also a loving source. So we're in perfect balance between heaven and earth. Breathing in more active energy now that will bring you back to your normal waking state. When taking your time, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Was something happening there, Sunny? You look like you've been touched by something.
Oh, yes. Didn't want to come back. It was amazing. A lot happened, and I know a lot happened for all of us. But I could see what was happening, and we were all in the sky, being the stars. Last night I was looking at the stars. There were so many of them, and we were each one of the stars, and all the stars were angels.
Wow.
So there were that many angels. And when you mentioned about you heard the choir of angels, I could hear them too. And Archangel Michael with his sword and of light, blue, navy blue, just blazing with this fire of transformation for not only just us, for the world, for a new world. So it was really, really powerful. A lot is happening.
Yes.
And, and we are taking part of that to raise the vibration, to help with that shift, Mother Earth and all, because it will affect all the galaxies as we raise the vibration of Earth. We're not the only beings in the galaxy.
Right.
They feel it too. So they're all sending us blessings for a new Earth.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I see Sharon Williamson said, choir of angels, a mockingbird is outside my window with a multiple of songs. Angels speak.
Oh.
Very synchronous. Thank you, Sharon. How is that for you, Gretchen? You feeling closer to Michael?
Absolutely. I was actually thinking, Sunny mentioned like a fire, and I felt at one point like I had a hand on my back, and it was just infusing this really strong sense of warmth kind of flowing through my body, and I felt like my whole face flush, and it was really beautiful. And then when we were asking if there were any messages or gifts at the end, I felt like he handed me this very small bowl of it was a liquid that was almost the color of Sunny's shirt. And it was like, he was telling me, this is for calming, this is for soothing. And so I thought that was really interesting, because I've had some moments recently in my life that where I really needed a calm head and a calm heart. And I felt like that was a beautiful gift to receive today. And I felt things very viscerally, felt them very physically today with this meditation. So that was really beautiful for me. And I
Good.
do feel closer. I do feel like I have a
Mm.
better understanding of who he is. So
Wonderful.
thank you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you. And that, I think that's, to me, the most important thing is to have that experience of connectedness with the angels, with Archangel Michael. And pretty much every week, I think we do something here with the angels in the meditation, most of the time, certainly. And I always feel so blessed. And again, I want to express my gratitude to Archangel Michael and all of those beautiful beings who were and are still with us now, for being with us. I see Barbara said, so amazing. Thank you. Gift of light received. Thank you to you and the universe. Yes. And she also said, hugs to you, Gretchen.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is just, I think having these connections with the angels and some other things that have been occurring recently, we'll be talking more about in the next couple of weeks. It has really changed me. I'm not sure if you can be around the angels and the archangels regularly without them changing you in very profound ways. Oh, I also wanted to mention what Gretchen was saying about feeling energy. Sometimes you might feel like they're doing something, like activating something, like if hands on shoulders or something, or just feel like there's light going into your body in certain places, and you can kind of sense that you're receiving an activation or a clearing in an activation or some kind of support, energetic support from them. And when that happens, I think just go with it, go with the flow. And of course, if you're surrounded, when I travel in the higher dimensions, I always ask for Michael to be with me. I take him with me, and Archangel Metatron, who I talk about very often, also is always with me. And I think when we're surrounded by light like that, we have nothing to fear. So that's wonderful. And this is the time when I always bring out the planet because this is we have the circle, I guess, like like I was saying, the archangels have 3 different roles. We can have very practical kind of tangible roles. We can, in the circle, we talk a lot and I think experience spiritual support from the circle. And of course, there is the support that is for all of humanity, which in essence is just allowing ourselves to embrace the love and light and be the love and light. It's not like we have to effort it. It's like, I need to share love and light now. It's like, it's happening. I'm open. I'm just allowing the light to flow through me. And you can send it, you can ask to have it go like to the Ukraine to support all of the people who are suffering there, all the people anywhere in the world who need more love, who need more light, who need to recognize that they matter. And all the other beings, many beings and everything on the planet that matters. So without making it too complicated, sometimes I just hold the planet and I envision all of the love and light that we can offer to it. Another thing, when I thank Mother Earth for her gracious support, I always feel energy coming back up through through my feet to me from her. So when we open, it's all there. We are blessings and we are blessed. So any other thoughts, final insights, anything? If you received something that resonates with you, sometimes it's nice to have a physical representation of it. Like if that light meant something, maybe get something, a sparkling light, something, and just have it with you. Have those things around you as symbols of the experiences that you have on a spiritual level. That's really fun. And you can, I have bracelets. I like bracelets with stones and hearts and things. They always make me feel good. So we're coming to the end then, and I'm curious, Sunny, if you'd like to tell people how they can connect with you and find out more about you.
Yes, thank you. My website is yourlovingsoul.com. It's all one
That's
word.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yourlovingsoul.com.
Okay. And Gretchen, anything, want to share anything new, anything that people might want to know about that's going on in your world?
Sure. If people would like to connect, I'm at spiraljourney.net, and they can find me at Spiral Journey Holistic Life Services on Facebook. Right now I'm running a couple of programs, and so they can find more information about that, or you can go to my website. I actually have a page that's dedicated to all free stuff. So if they would like to listen to a meditation, I've got a lot of those on there. And yeah, please stop by and visit. I'd love to meet with people and connect with people.
Wonderful. Yeah, thank you, Gretchen. And thank you both for being here. For Awakenings Institute, we have something new coming up in August. The 5 Wednesdays of August, we're doing a 5-week course on accessing the Akashic Records, which is your soul's library. All the information about yourself that you can discover there, and about your mission, just so many things. And you can connect with angels there. Just it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. That, along with connecting with the angels, for me has been surprising, very surprising and very profound. You can find out more about that. I have a tiny URL because the URLs on our website are pretty long. So it's tinyurl.com/Akashic-course. So it's AKASHIC-course, COURSE. So it'd be wonderful to see you there. It would be really, really wonderful also to see you in the circle next time. We appreciate all of the support that we receive for the circle, for what we're doing here. You can also find out more about the circle at circleofloveandlight.org. And if you want to support the circle, please like our page. You can follow the page, and then you'll be hearing about what we're doing. You can share this video. If you're on Facebook, you can share this video with your friends, which will help us to get the word out further and help people to benefit from the blessings of Archangel Michael and everything that we do each week. And you can also invite your friends to join you in the circle and come in and experience it together. We're getting our comments. Lula says, beautiful circle. Barbara, lovely to be with you again. And Lula, thank you so much, ladies. And again, thank everybody who is here as a source of love and light for the world.
And thank you, Jane, so for all you and Philip do. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks to you. Thank you, Gretchen.
Thank you.
And the last thing I always do is send all that love and light out to the coming week. Fill your week with it, so that as you move forward, you're always surrounded with love and light, which you are. It's interesting because if we think we're disconnected, it's not. It's only because we think we are. And we just have to open again. And love is the key, opening to your heart. So have a wonderful week, everybody. And again, thank you for joining us, and hope to see you soon.
Bye, everybody.